And that is how she does it. That's
how I meow it.
This is how I meow it.
What's up, Jeans? Where you at?
What's going on? So I'm in town quite a bit. I have let's see. I'm going back to actually what is my favorite comedy club in the nation in a couple weeks. Acme in Minneapolis.
I've never done that one. I'm jealous. I want to do that one.
It's so awesome.
I know you love it there.
February 19th through the 23rd. It's my absolute favorite. I recorded my first
That's right.
hour there, CD.
Thrilled.
So I'll be back there. I'm in LA for a while doing shows and trying to make things happen in the greater
Trying
Los
to make
Angeles
show
area.
business occur.
Taking meeting with people, telling them what I think of things.
Oh, getting free Fiji water. That's always
Fiji
a bonus.
water. So that's my date coming up here in a couple weeks. What about you? Where are you going to be?
Mommies, I am coming to Birmingham, Alabama. I'm doing the Stardome February 7th through 10. That's actually this week. Meow, meow. And then February 14th through 17, the Washington, D.C. Improv. Come see me at the D.C. Improv on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is a big thing. Yeah.
Valentine's.
All right.
Come give me a hug.
And our special guest today from the Crab Feast, 5 stars.
5 stars.
Jason Randolph Larson.
This is how we do it.
That is way too much.
So
volume.
loud.
I've been waiting to do it since you did it.
Oh, boy.
Jesus, man.
People changes.
That's legit.
That is super legit.
So legit, huh?
I have some dates.
Yeah, where can people see you?
This
All right.
weekend, 7th through 9th, I'll be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase.
That
And
place is the shit.
That's what
man.
you said. I'm
Yeah.
stoked for it. By the way, Acme was one of my favorite clubs I've ever done it in
my
my
God.
life.
Oh.
And DC
Really?
Improv is another one of my favorites of
I'm
all time.
excited.
Oh, God, that club's
So
the best.
excited.
And then I'll be at South by Southwest Music Festival doing
Yes.
comedy the 10th and the 11th of March. And then way out, April 4th through 6th at Madison at Comedy on State.
Oh, that's fun.
Another
That's a
fucking
good
gem.
one.
Yeah. There's a lot of good clubs we've been talking about. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't you want to just be able to do the good ones and really just don't you want to be able to say absolutely no, I'm not going to Erie?
I don't know,
Fuck that
though.
club.
Erie's pretty awesome.
And I'm not doing that shit club. I'm only going to do
Yeah.
fucking Ann Arbor and
Yeah.
DC.
Be
Yeah.
great.
It'll happen. One day it'll happen.
It will, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's have faith. Let's hope that this podcast makes it happen.
This very episode?
This hour can change your career.
Mommies make it happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, postage rates have changed again. And you know what that means? The post office will be even more crowded than usual, and that's why you need Stamps.com. Stamps.com makes it easy for you to not have to go to the post office anymore. Everything you would do at the post office, you can do right from your desk. You can buy and print official U.S. postage, any letter or package using your own computer and printer. And Stamps.com always has updates, and they update the postage rates, and it happens automatically, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So you'll always have to get the exact postage you need, and the instant you need it, you'll never have to go to the post office again, which is exactly what we have been doing for about a year now, is
awesome.
never going to the post office. We've been using it. It's awesome. We print it out, and you can actually get them to come pick up your packages from your own small business or home, which I absolutely love doing too. If you are a small business owner, this is a no-brainer. You have to do this. Here's the offer that's available to you right now. You go to Stamps.com, use our promo code MOM, M-O-M, and it's a no-risk trial. Why can't I speak?
I know.
A no-risk trial, $110 bonus offer, includes a digital scale and up to $55 in free postage. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Oliver Greenlaw. I'm talking to you, Pamela Mooney.
Oh,
I'm talking to
my.
you,
Jeff
Marcellinus, Christy Vento. I'm talking to you, dedicated listener.
Dezzoli.
Because of wonderful sponsors like Stamps.com, this show is free to you. So do us a favor. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone,
Mish
use
the dish.
the promo code MOM, and try this awesome offer
Dead Squad, Connecticut.
from Stamps.com. Absolutely. We
Crab
just called
feast.
you out.
Crab
Crab
Feast
Feast.
uses Stamps.com too. So
Yeah.
See?
So even
support
other
the cause.
podcasts were like, yeah, sounds like a great deal. And you send out your shirts and merch.
Okay.
we ain't no fool. Okay.
All right, I hear what you're saying.
Okay. You guys, you know,
If you think you're big enough, do it, because when you put me down, you better kill me, because if you don't, I'm going to kill you.
yeah.
Wow.
Man, I'm starting to like this.
Snake.
Huh?
Are you getting excited?
I want sound effects
I
now.
like that Larson
He loves it. His eyes lit up.
Larson goes.
He does love it.
He goes, I know you guys do a bunch of weird stuff. All right, I'm just going to sit
Yeah.
here and watch.
I didn't know you coming with sound effects.
Okay.
Sound effects.
You come correct.
There's all
You don't
kinds
even
of
know.
stuff.
You don't even
No.
know what's about to
Hey,
happen to you.
You were saying, what did you get your wife for Christmas?
I got her a bicycle. Come on, that's all right. Now that's just a little ridiculous. That's just bragging, throwing it in someone's face.
Because now both of our wives have. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. You know what was my favorite thing as a kid?
What?
Riding.
But it would be a bummer if somebody stole your.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, my wife got a bike, and then I got one, so now we have.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go, man. Do you realize,
All day
guys,
we could do it.
like it's very rare that we have married comedians,
Right.
married like other
Yeah.
married people in here.
With functional relationships.
Do you know what you're getting your lovely wife? Your wife is very lovely, by the way.
She is lovely, thank you. She's. What do you mean? What am I getting for what? You gonna say?
Well, there's a pretty big
Yeah.
national holiday coming
Duh.
up.
yeah,
It's
there is.
called Valentine's Day.
Valentine's. I don't know. I mean, you guys celebrate it?
Do you remember when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
When you were a kid, did you have the anxiety about like who's going to give you the
yeah.
candy,
The
and you're
card.
like, and then the girl with like the open wound on her face is like, hey, and you're like,
The open wound.
Tommy, that's
You know.
not very Christ-like at all.
you know what I'm saying though? And you're like, not you, the pretty one.
That's not. My anxiety was completely different. My anxiety revolved around you got your box of the themed, like Garfield or whatever, and then I wanted to subtly let the boy I knew that I had a crush on, like let him know without being too obvious. Like, so you'd be like, "You're perfect." That would be the one that you set aside for him,
Right.
and then that was your ploy to let
This
him
is, you guys are going way back. This is like what, 4th, 5th grade?
easily.
Okay.
Best time.
I
of my
remember
life.
there was notable, like real anxiety that day in school. You're like,
Yeah.
I wonder if she loves me.
Loves.
Yeah.
Like you knew what, anything. All I remember is 7th grade, me and Ryan Young, like we used to shovel driveways for money. Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go shoveling. Like we get the call, like school will be canceled. Ryan Young will call me. He's like, "You want to go shoveling?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm on my way over to your house. You know, like I'm ready."
Make $8-9 today. Easy. Let's do it.
And we get to one house, and we like said to them, "We're like, hey, do you want us to shovel your driveway?" They're like, "Yeah." We have a snowblower. You want to use it? And we're like, "Nah, we're good." I don't know why. I don't know why. It took us 7 hours.
Oh my god!
Like it was the bank was taller than us. They gave us each $16, a bag of pencils and candies, and we were like, "Oh my god, we're on a roll! $16 off the shoot."
That's a lot.
Went to
Yeah.
another spot, and we got the walkway done, and we were like so tired. We went up to the door, like, "Listen, we can't finish. We
can't do
can't."
this.
And we took the $16, and I bought Karen Meduno a heart shaped box of chocolates,
Oh
and
my-
a teddy bear at Woolworths. Crushing it.
He's such a romantic.
Crushing it,
Crushed
7th
it,
grade.
yeah.
He's such a romantic. He always
That's
has
so
been.
cute.
Well, when
It
you
kind
grow
of
up,
makes you go,
Wait, Tommy, did you ever find a love on Valentine's Day?
I don't recall. No, nothing stands out. For me, the memory is those days, is like going into school that day and just like seeing people. You know, you see people
Yeah.
exchange cards. I mean, I got cards and notes and the candy, but you always had your eyes set on your crush.
Yeah,
you
of
know, and
course.
so like
Hell
you had
yeah.
that like, God, that girl, I want to fucking stuff it in.
But you didn't know. But you didn't know that.
that's a crush.
Yeah, but in fourth,
not a crush.
But in 4th grade, did you know what's like? You didn't know. All you knew was like, oh, I want to hold her hand so hard, or I want to like
was.
kiss
Yeah.
her cheek, or something. Like
Exactly.
you don't know.
No, it really. I don't even. There was nothing even physical. It was literally like that girl's beautiful.
It
and that's
wasn't.
it.
I want
Yeah.
her to be
And
my
I don't
cum
know.
dog.
I don't know what I would. It was not. I want to make her my cum dog. Like,
Tether her in the
hey.
backyard.
Give me my reward. I want to see all the cum on my face so I can lick it off.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
New level.
You're missing the best part.
Yeah, I need some more. Watch it go down my throat. Yeah, who's next?
So uncomfortable. I love it.
Thank you.
How can anyone watch go down the throat? That's a tough angle.
Thank you.
It's a sprinkle.
Give me my
system of cum.
reward.
You get it?
Oh yeah, that's
cum
intense.
sprinkler.
Tommy, say it like she does. I love when you do it.
Thank you.
No, like, give me my
Give
reward.
me my reward.
We've been practicing this together.
I love that you started this whole thing off by saying it's nice that we're in a nice functional relationship, and this is how you guys function.
It totally is.
This is how you guys.
Now
function.
wait, all this build up, we're not
Oh,
even
right.
telling people what they
Okay.
can do for their own cum dog. Is they can go.
Do you think the sponsor would appreciate that?
They know
They know what's up.
They know that love is dirty. It's not clean.
No, especially on
somewhere-
Valentine's.
Somewhere in the staff meeting when they knew they were giving you this, they're like, oh yeah, they do all kinds of weird stuff on that podcast.
He's probably, if they've ever listened. But listen, this is fantastic. We have the best sponsor, especially for this very romantic Valentine's Day, and that is Sherry's Berries. These are berries covered in chocolate goodness. They're delicious. They're sexy, like Jason Larson. They are, and this makes you look smooth.
Oh,
This is a gangster present.
listen, you get a girl a box of Sherry's berries, it's game on like Donkey Kong.
And they have a lot more stuff than just chocolate covered fruit. They have a bunch of stuff on
They
the
have
site, don't
everything, but here's
this is the real deal.
This is the offer: giant, freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries, starting at $19.99. Over 40% off savings. You go to berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Click on the microphone and type in Mom's House, MOMSHOUSE. And for our listeners, you can double the berries for just $10 more.
Oh,
That's cool if you got a couple chicks that you're playing the field with. You like the blonde, you like the brunette.
Jesus.
You give them each a box. But here's what it is. We've tried them. We bought them. We actually bought them as a gift for our neighbor.
Yeah.
And that paid dividends.
Oh,
Now,
my God.
I haven't slept with her, but she's already given me a guy, if you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
of course.
Let's just say they happily collect our mail when we're gone now.
Hello.
Yeah.
These are berries. They're dipped in white milk and dark chocolate, topped off with chocolate chips, decorative swizzle, nuts, and you get 40% off.
Hello.
It's a great deal. You look like a player, and you don't have to spend that much money. You just need the code Mom's House, MOMSHOUSE. So you go to berries.com, BERRIES.com, and click on that microphone, type in Mom's House, get the special offer for Valentine's Day. And if I were you, I would do it now. Why? Because you're going to wait until February 13th or 14th.
Don't do that.
And then you're do it right now. Just go to berries.com, place the order, hit the home run, and I'm telling you, it looks like you spent $60.
Fortune. And can I tell you the way it comes to you? It comes like a special cooling
Yeah.
package.
Yep.
So the girl
bow.
opens it. You don't even know what's in there, and you open it, and it's going to blow her mind. It's such a cool gift. And what can you say, Tom, when you go to Sherry's Berries? What can you say to Sherry?
What can you say to Sherry?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like,
No, you give her a little. What's up, Sherry?
What's up, Sherry?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's Sherry in the other room. Hey, girl.
Do you realize how awesome we are?
What's up, Sherry?
We haven't even started our episode.
Oh my
yet.
God, I know. Wow, we have so much to cover
This
with
is
Jay
pregame. We got to get in there.
Let's do it.
You guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What happened today? Before I say anything else, I want to say no matter what you've done, you deserve respect. Even if you make mistakes, you're lovable. And it doesn't matter your look, skills, or age, or size, or anything, you're worthwhile. No one could ever take that away from you. Now, this stuff right here, I was in the passenger side of this fucker's car, and he's like, you know what? I come to realize I'm Jesus Christ, and I can do anything I fucking want to. And watch this, bam, and he smashed into this fucking guy right there, pinned him in between that fucking truck. And so I hop out, I look over, the guy's pinned there. I mean, like, freight train riders know this. Like, if you get pinned between something, do not fucking move that shit, otherwise you bleed out. Like, motherfucker, I ran in, I grabbed the keys, he's fucking sitting there like nothing even happened. And like, fucking, like, man, if you started driving that car around again, man, there would have been a hell of a lot of bodies around here. Fucking, I hop on out, and so I grabbed the bag, I threw it over by that pole right there, and then fucking buddy gets out, and these two women are trying to help him. He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. Like, a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick. So I fucking ran up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash.
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
Dude, that guy?
Have you seen that?
No, but he sounds like every guy I grew up with in the Valley.
Yeah, you might not.
Fucking bro. Is he from Southern
You
California?
might not have grown up with this one.
Okay, where is he from?
I don't know if there's many hatchets in Southern California.
Well, this is California.
For sure.
He's not from California.
Okay.
So this clip has gone somewhat viral, I think. That's a hitchhiker, and that was the raw interview footage from a newscast. Like, they didn't air that, obviously.
I was all fucking,
But what happened was that guy really did do what he was saying.
Wow.
And out of context, it sounds crazy. You're like, what the fuck? He's a hitchhiker, total fucking stoner street kid. He was hitchhiking, and the guy that let him get in his car was crazy and was like, I'm Jesus Christ. And he hit a construction worker with his car. And
On purpose?
Yeah, smashed into him.
Jesus.
Pinned him against another vehicle. And then he started like trying to attack other people, and this guy really took a hatchet and fucking smashed him on the head.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy. This is like the real story. Let's see.
An absolute bizarre scene here in West Fresno at the corner of McKinley and Martin.
West Fresno.
A man
There you
claiming
go.
he's Jesus
Right.
plows his car into a PG&E worker, pinning him against his truck because the worker was black. The man's passenger, who had a hatchet, and innocent bystanders come to the rescue.
Comes driving down this way.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I come to realize I'm Jesus Christ, and I can do anything I want to. And watch this, bam, and he smashed into this guy right there, pinned him in between that truck.
Homeless hitchhiker Kai was in the passenger seat of the Oldsmobile when this all went down. Tanya Baker and her daughter Ginger Miller Peraza were two of the first to run over and help.
My mom ran to the driver to make sure he was okay because we thought maybe it was just an accident or something, and I ran straight to the PG&E man.
Good
This
news.
was
news
far
sound
from an
effects.
accident, and the ordeal was far from over.
The guy just went crazy and was trying to pull the guy from underneath the car in the truck, and then he gets in his car and tries to move the car in that, and we weren't going to let him do it.
If you started driving that car around again, man, there would have been a hell of a lot of bodies around here.
He just kept saying he was Jesus Christ and he's going to save all of us and that, but we have to get... He used the N-word, meaning the black people in that. He said we need to get them off the earth.
That one.
Not
The
the other one.
African-American PG&E worker was rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery for non-life-threatening injuries. And he wasn't the only person that the crazy driver went after.
When he put me in a bear hug and started beating the crap out of me, for what reason we still don't know.
These two women are trying to help him. He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. Like, a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick. So I ran up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash.
Wow.
So that now you hear how Kai really is, but apparently he is a sensation on the web now.
I can see
People
why.
are digging Kai.
Smash, smash, smash.
And they ask him like, "What's next for you?" At the end of his interview, and he's like, "Bro, just like I want to hit some waves." Like,
Can anyone give me a lift to Santa Cruz? Anyone?
that is exactly what
It's
he's
exactly
looking for.
his whole life.
It's been too long since Jay Larson has
I
been
know.
with us.
You were
Why-
here since the beginning. You were here in the very,
That
very
was
beginning.
that was two studios ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
There
were
was no
the-
sound effects back then.
It was Burbank, man.
Straight up.
Straight up.
West Burbank, wasn't it?
West Burbank.
Yeah.
Shit.
Smash.
I was all,
Some
"Whoa,
mayo.
bro." I love him.
But God, we love Jay Larson. We've known you since you were
12 years
Oh
old.
my God, not even that big.
not even that big.
I was the doll inside the doll inside the doll.
inside the doll. And now you're back.
Silly.
Thanks for coming down.
I'm glad to be here.
You've been road dogging it.
I've been road dogging it.
How are you liking the road dog stuff?
I like it.
You do?
I like it. You know what I mean? I try to get work done during the day. You know what I like the most is just kicking it with the staff. I just like settle into a town like I live there. You know what I mean? Like with the staff in Denver, I'm just like, we smoking? What's happening? Then we just go in the like parking lot. I'm just hanging out with these guys and just hear them all talking about like their shift. And I just start jabbing. I'm like, shut up. And like I know these guys.
So you are that guy though. You're Mr. Personable.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. You should run a diner.
I'd love to have a diner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
You were saying you just did St. Louis?
Just at St. Louis.
Was it awesome? You said it was great.
First of all, it was amazing. If anyone out there in St. Louis, go to the Funny Bone. It's fantastic. The club looks like it's 1984 inside. Like they haven't changed a thing. Everyone still smokes in there. They got 2 shows you can't smoke.
Wow.
And they got this cocktail waitress, Patty, who literally will go out, take orders, come back into like the bar area and light a cigarette and put her orders in while she's smoking. And like I had heard some stories about her, and like I'm standing there waiting, like the feature's on, and she's in there, and she goes, I put in the order. I also need a Bud Select, but I don't know where the fuck it goes. And I was like, oh my God, this chick is hilarious.
Awesome.
And they told me this great story. They were like, one time Jeff Dunham was here, and he was like, I guess he's from the area, or he had a friend from the area, and he was expecting a group of friends to come. And so he's on stage, and he blocks the light, and he's looking out to the crowd, and he's like, he goes, I don't know where my friends are. And then Patty goes, check the suitcase.
That's great.
Getting heckled by the cocktail waitress.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's been there longer than anybody. Like she calls the shots.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
It's awesome, epic.
Yeah, I where I was this past week, they were like, all right, Friday night servers a little different than Saturday night servers. And I was like, what's that mean? They're like, Friday nights have been here for a while, so just kind of stay out of the hallway when they're walking through.
Yeah,
it's like all right, and they do not. They're like they don't really socialize like with you guys, and they were like fucking. They were like dock workers, you know.
Yeah,
like,
clock in, clock out.
Like fucking coming through with a tray, asshole. And you're like, all right, and you fucking move out of the way. That was them. Friday night.
Chick Patty, I guess, said to a comedian one week, he was like talking to her about. He was like, listen, you got to keep it down because everyone can hear you. Blah blah blah. Like, and he was just telling her, and she goes, you really think everyone's here to see you, don't you? That's what she said to him. Hilarious. And he just started dying laughing like, oh my God, this chick's priceless.
Amazing. Yeah, that's
Wow,
amazing.
I like that.
Amazing.
Kind of
That's how
awesome.
I'd be.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I was looking at you like maybe you were going to.
Were you on the road last week?
Yeah, I was at
that's right.
Comics Comedy Club and Bar.
You're contractually obligated.
I'm contractually obligated to refer to it as a Comics Foxwoods Comedy Club and Bar. It was great. Shows were good. I met so many fans, and like not just fans, like the core super fan group.
Yeah.
all showed up. We have a hardcore East Coast contingent.
Were they all
yo.
together? Like, did they like see that each other was coming and stuff like that?
I think so. I think some of them did. So I had like the heavy hitters. We had Pamela Mooney at Llewellyn. That's her name,
Yo,
right?
P. Mooney.
P. Mooney, Mish the Dish. I got to meet her and her
big
husband.
time. That's big
I
time.
love Mish the Dish.
This shit is big time.
She's so funny, and it's funny to see these people that you know. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Death Squad Connecticut
yeah.
and Jeff Marcellinus.
Yeah, big time.
That's a quadrifecta if you refer to it as of like mommy love.
Now you're making me look bad. You make me look like I don't know the names of the people that saw me
No,
in Detroit. And here's the truth: I don't. But
No, but these are the diehard. This is a special
there
group.
was some you're
special.
right. There were some diehards in Detroit, and I should say Livonia because it's outside of the D, but it's a little different demo if you know what I'm saying. And
Well, I don't know. What do you mean?
It's just different.
What do
There's no
Jay, do you know it?
What the demographic is outside of Detroit?
in Livonia.
I imagine it's different, yeah.
Like how, though, Jay?
I'll tell you. Actually, it is, and this is not a joke. This is a real statistic. Livonia, which is outside of the D, is 96% white.
What?
Actually,
3% Indian.
there you go.
Actually, no, Detroit's like the biggest Iraqi population in the United States.
No, is it?
Yeah.
But they're what are they? Chaldees or what is it called?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
They're
But
Catholic Iraqis. You know.
I didn't know there were really.
Yeah.
That's how stupid I am. I have no fucking idea.
And there's huge Arab population in the greater Detroit.
In the D area? Yeah, okay.
Huge. But of all those everythings, of all those rainbow colors, a bunch of Your Mom's House fans came out, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Isn't it?
That is awesome. Like when I go out and we have Crab Feast fans come out, you know, like they'll always say "fuck the Crab Feast," so they introduce me and they go "fuck the Crab Feast," and then the rest of the crowd's like, "Oh my god!" They get all nervous and stuff like that.
Well, that's better than people just going bikes like that,
or wipe down. Like we have girls like wipe down, mommy.
Oh
that's
my
so
god,
awesome! I love it.
That's
I love
that's
it.
way awesome.
It is. Great.
Yeah, it makes my
the yell
heart.
top dog. To
I
me.
love that shit.
All
I
that
love
shit.
it.
It is the best, man.
It is.
It is
because you have your own like special, insider following.
Yeah,
and they're always like I would say 99.9% of times they are just the best audience.
100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'll do jokes. I'll be doing jokes, and I know where they are because they're the ones that yell out. So I'll do jokes, and then I'll double back and do a joke, and I'll point to them because they know it's an inside joke from the podcast. And that's the best. And I look at the other night. I did one to one dude in the back. He was the only Crab Feast fan there, and I go, "That's a joke just for me and him, everybody." And you know what I mean? Like you guys don't know it, you don't want to know about it. Fine.
Or I like incorporate where the dude's at. I'll be like, this guy knows where the dude's at, and people like you can hear them snickering.
Yeah,
fans. It's so much fun.
Do you you bring like shirts and stuff on the road?
Yeah, well, I bring shirts and CDs, but we were out of shirts my last 2 times out. But I'll be bringing
it was sold out. Everybody.
Whatever. How many shirts do you guys have?
No worries.
Do you hate traveling with shirts though? I do.
I mean, I've only had to do it the one time to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I went out there to Atlanta, did that new improv. So
how was that?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. They're getting their feet off the ground.
Yeah,
it was the week after New Year's, so it was like nobody was out.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. I don't mind. I might just ship them, just send them out, in
That's an
advance.
idea.
So it's only like it's not as expensive. It costs more money to check a bag.
And what's your CD called?
Self-diagnosed.
Self-diagnosed.
Okay.
And people can get it on your site or no?
Yeah, you on iTunes.
iTunes. Yeah, get Jay Larson's CD.
Do it.
Self-diagnosed. It's for sale.
Jay, it sounds like you don't have status on an airline. I mean,
No,
if you're
I mean
paying
I
to
don't.
check
I don't
bags.
travel as much as you guys.
Huh.
I've only been doing the road as much this past year than you guys have been doing it like crazy forever.
Well, not forever.
Not
Come on.
forever.
Forever?
Let's be honest.
Forever? What's your airline of choice?
Delta.
Good.
What's your current status though?
I'm almost at. I mean, what are you guys? I don't know.
No. Let's start with you. Let's start with you.
yeah,
I don't think I have status
What
yet.
are your MQMs? Like, what are you at?
Oh boy, guys, listen. I just get tickets whatever fits my schedule. Okay, I don't.
Hold on, because I'm about to lose my mind.
What?
Do you fly coach?
What do you guys fly? You fly business every time?
At least premium economy. At least premium.
Do you want to know something crazy for real? And
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. We're only in February, so it's not that crazy. Mm-hmm. But I've worked 5 weeks so far this year. Mm-hmm. I haven't flown coach yet this year.
Boom.
Because I'm diamond.
I'm a little upset about that.
Well, you know what I have? You know what I am and what status I am? Healthy relationship at home. Okay, because I'm not on the road. My wife has a better status. She travels more than I do.
Yeah, okay, so who's that? Not home.
I'm building beds. Have
so
hobbies.
cute.
Your wife is traveling the world.
Oh, so
Where'd she
travels
go?
the continent
New York
of the
a lot?
United States. Yeah, New York, Seattle, San Francisco. Seattle mainly,
Can I ask what she does, or is that giving
You know
away
what?
too
No,
much?
no.
It's too personal.
You know what I mean? I didn't know I was going to come on here and get interrogated. And
Can you have your home address? Can we just give it out?
She's in sales.
Okay.
I know the
Drugs,
company. Mm-hmm. I'll drop it.
marijuana.
She works for this company. The juice company.
Juice.
That's
Juice.
exciting. So you noticed that I called Tommy some nicknames, and you're like, how many nicknames do you guys have?
Well, I've heard you. Well, because
What
I
did
like
you
that
hear?
you dropped a couple. Tommy Jeans, but there was another one I didn't even hear. It was like it sounded like it might have been another language. I'm like, what's going on here? There's some shit going on.
It could be. Mm-hmm. I sometimes call you other language,
Well,
Hungarian stuff.
Since Valentine's is coming up, what kind of nicknames do you have for your boo boo?
Yeah, let's talk
Well,
about
her
it.
first nickname that I ever gave her was Toolie. Mm-hmm. Toolie, because she's a tool. You know what I mean? So it's Toolie, but it's sweet, like, hey Toolie, and
But
she loved it.
This is important, I think. When you say that you call her Toolie because she's a tool, I think really the foundation of strong, healthy relationships, particularly marriages, is you got to dish out a little shit every now
You
and
have
again.
to.
You
a
guys
little
didn't
bit
see
of
this. My
insults.
husband punched in the air as he said it.
You know, a
like,
little fucking
fake
jab. That was a
J-Lo.
jab.
Yeah, whatever that is.
So you give her one of those, Thule, but then the other nicknames, you got some sweet ones in there.
Yeah, of course. Her next one was Nudie.
Stupid.
Thule and Nudie.
N-E-W-T-Y, because she looks like a newt.
Oh.
Like a reptile. You know, she looks like a little salamander newt.
Okay, it's getting nicer.
And
It's
then,
sweeter, yeah.
And then when we went to Hawaii, she became the sea turtle. Because when she swims, she's
up.
not a strong swimmer, so it's just her head out of the water, and she looked like a sea turtle's coming at you. Those are the three. Those are the three main
Yeah,
ones. Yeah.
You got a couple privates. I respect that.
Well, Tommy, I call you Skids.
I call you farts.
Farts. I call you Farts. I go, hey, Farts.
Yeah.
That's obviously why.
How do you feel these affect your relationship, calling each other skids and farts?
Well, there's Boo Boo Chicken Pop.
Oh, that's a classic.
Chicken Pop, shimmy, shimmy, rock. Okay.
That was one of the first ones, Boo Boo Chicken Pop.
That's a tight name right there.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Hey, Boo Chicken Pop. She in the back. Barrett.
Buns is your
Buns.
original
Yeah,
one.
Tommy Buns.
Yep,
Yeah, Tommy
that's OG.
Buns.
Is that from you?
No, goodness, no.
That's from college.
Yeah, that's old school, huh?
That's old school.
T-nuts
That's
and
old
buns
nickname.
and
Jesus.
taints and assholes.
That's a really old one. That's the one that you
That's
heard
a
that you were
long
like.
one.
Well,
She heard this. My old roommate when we first started dating. He one day, I don't even know if he knew she was around, but he leans in my door. He's like, "Hey, T-nuts and buns and dicks and cocks and assholes and taints. You want to get something to eat?" And then she was like,
She's like, which one am I?
she's like, if somebody calls you that, you
Yeah.
got to be pretty gross.
disgusting. Such a gross nickname. Like, you should really judge a man by the nickname.
Oh my God, you guys are so disgusting.
But he didn't use soap at the time either, Jay.
What?
Yeah.
No, but I use shampoo to wash my body.
On his crotch, on his cock and balls, shampoo.
I'm going to let it slide.
Yeah.
How are you going to let that slide?
'Cause
It's shampoo.
One time, my roommate that I used to live with, he's like, fucking bro, what's up, man? Where's the soap? And I'm like, the soap's in the goddamn shower. He goes, there's dish soap in there. I'm like, it's soap, bro.
Oh my God.
It's soap.
Dish
That's what we're
soap.
getting through with. I've always had good skin, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to worry about
You're well maintained.
Yeah, I take
Yes,
care of myself.
You're
groomed.
grooming the clothes. This clothes is all. Do you have like a fashion budget or something?
Well, you know, it's interesting that you say that. No. Two, I grew up with all women. You know what I mean? So I've like always kind of been into fashion and stuff like that. You know, that's how I was raised.
I mean, head to toe, man.
And
Thanks,
a bold use of pink. Just a hint of it under the blue
I'm not.
top.
Pink is a masculine. It's a strong
be.
play.
It
Yeah,
can be.
Yeah, as is burping.
I got
You're
pink
welcome.
shoes, man.
Welcome to the podcast.
Pink shoes.
I got
Yeah.
pink shoes that I thought were light
No.
blue. I swear to God.
You thought were light blue.
Because he's colorblind.
Yeah.
Are you really colorblind?
Yeah. So what it is that they're green, but they're like, are they green or brown?
They're like greenish brown.
Okay, so they're greenish brown, and then they have like straps like that are accented. And I thought blue.
Are they sneakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
So I go
high tops.
No.
Okay.
But for me, I'm like, oh, blue. I could do this. Light blue looks good. I went out, and the first time I had them on, I was like, these are pretty fresh right here. This guy was like, hey, nice shoes. And I was like, thanks. And he was like, yeah, nice pink shoes, man. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he had a point. And I was like, pink. And he was like, yeah. And then literally 5 minutes later, the next person was like, it's pretty bold move, pal. Like some other strange
Especially
guy.
with that purple shirt. You're like, purple? This is green.
And people just and then I put them away for like 3 years, and then I busted them out the other day to go just to CVS. Mm-hmm. 2 people in CVS. Strong move, man. I swear to God.
Yeah.
They're like,
Hilarious.
it's a real man's move right there.
Well, and also the problem comes is that our toothbrushes are either blue or green, and that's
Yeah.
where you're colorblind. So you'll use mine constantly, which is disgusting because your teeth are like dog teeth.
What are you doing? Breaking stuff
Yeah,
over
this
there?
isn't working. Look, it's falling off, jeans.
Well, you got to tighten it up.
I don't know how.
Dudes, well, you know, I mean, I use my wife's toothbrush. She'll never use mine. I don't know why that is. Dudes just think like,
Dudes
oh,
don't care?
Yeah, they don't give a shit. We'll just grab anything. I'll just use your toothbrush. I'm not afraid of it. You know,
Yeah, it skeeves me out a little. I mean, I use his on occasion,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. Do you think there's people that do that regularly? Like,
No.
I don't care if it's mine or
I would say
yours.
most girls don't. You're a little trashy, so that's why every once in a while,
Thanks, Jay.
every once in a while you
Thank
do.
you. Thanks, I appreciate that.
What's going on?
I don't know. What did you do? I did.
You know, this is unbelievable. This is so unprofessional.
Yeah, that's the thing right there.
Okay. Your tone's a little abrupt. It scares me sometimes.
Remember what he said about throwing jabs?
God Damn it. Well, yours is all stupid, too.
No, it's not. It works fine. What are you doing?
This is where you need to throw a sweet nickname at him. What's a sweet nickname?
Stupid. T Stoops. My microphone's falling apart. But how come I never did this before, Jeans? I call him Jeans a lot.
Jeansy?
Yeah, Jeansy Bear. I usually call him a bear.
He is such a bear.
He looks like a bear, right? Look, this whole fucking thing's...
What are you doing? What did you do to this?
I didn't do shit to it. This is your shitty work, babe.
What are you talking about?
This is your shitty work.
Tom just hit Christina. Christina's hitting Tom. They're hitting each other. Tom's shirt's off.
If you just... Doesn't that just go like that?
What are you...
Do you want me to try and fix this?
No. For the rest of the podcast.
What did you do, man?
Nothing.
You had to have done something.
Why do I have to do something? I was just moving it so I could fucking see you.
That's what you did.
At the same time.
You moved it.
Say you, say me, say it for always. Actually, you say you don't know. Oh no! I'm pretty handy, Tom. Do you want me to help you out? I don't want to step on your masculinity.
Okay, that's good. That's better.
I know, but what did you do here?
I just flipped it under. That's fine.
It's fine as long as she doesn't like roll it.
Look, silly goose. Silly geese. There. That's perfect, Jeans. Thank you.
For the rest?
Shh. Doesn't he sometimes... I sometimes like to decide what kind of bear he looks like on certain days. Because some days he's real cuddly, like a koala or a panda. And then some days he's real grizzly groucher. Like right now, he's a grizzly groucher.
I don't care what kind of mood he's in. He's straight up grizz. This dude would crush a Bear Week in P-Town. I mean, he would crush. You know why? Because he's... First of all, do people know? Do mommies know that Tom Segura is the Albert Pujols of comedy? Do they know that?
I don't know if they know that.
That's fucked up.
I don't know if they know that. Tell that story. I love this.
Well, you know, Albert Pujols is a baseball player who's supposedly 31, but the guy looks like he's been in the league forever. He's got to be 36, and Tommy Bonds over here. I mean,
how old does he look right now, Jay? What would you say?
I'll give him 36.
36?
But what are you? It's younger than that.
I'm 33.
33. God damn! It seems like 4 years ago he was 31. That's what I mean. I just don't. He's on HGH. He's doing something.
You're saying I'm a Dominican, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Or you're drinking deer antler juice.
Did it kill you? Did it kill you that your Pats lost to them and then they won the whole thing?
No, you know why? Because Ryan Sickler, the Sickle Cells, we do the podcast together, and I'm like, maybe this will give him happiness for a little while. You know what I mean?
Is he perennially unhappy?
No, Sickle Cell though. He's always just always a little something. And I just said to Kate, I'm like, I want them to win. I go give some Sickler to happiness. Next day, calls me up, man, what the fuck is going on with this? I'm like, dude, you just won the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And I was at his house yesterday before, we had
always trying to fuck you. Someone's always trying to fuck you.
I love it.
Him?
That's my impression.
Yeah. And I looked at his recordings on his TV, and it was just all
misery.
Highlights of the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
NFL Network post game, every single thing at 17 things. He's fired up.
He's really really into his fucking Ravens.
Yeah.
I did the Baltimore Comedy Club a few weeks ago.
How was that?
I did it the weekend leading up to the Pats game.
Okay.
So the Thursday through Saturday before that game, and I mean, you only had to say I would, first of all, half the audience was wearing jerseys. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a real diehard sports city. And when I would just go up there and just start with "Go Ravens," and just, I mean, it was literally complete, bananas, pandemonium, man. And I'd just be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I totally pander to whatever city I'm in.
See, in St. Louis, they were it was getting later in the thing, and I was just I said something I had a moment, and I was like, so I go, you guys watch the Super Bowl? Who's watching the Super Bowl? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, 49ers. And people I go, aren't you guys just Rams fans? And people weren't. And I go, look at you shitbag town. Bunch of losers. You're not even Rams fans. I go, you know what, in Massachusetts, you ask who it is, everyone's a Patriots fan. And they're like, fuck Brady. They're yelling out. And I'm like, I go, what do you got? They're like, Cardinals. I go, ever since that roid-head Pujols left town, this shit team ain't going to win anything. And then they'd laugh. And then I'd be like, how's your basketball team? how's your basketball team? And then they would like laugh and they're like, fuck basketball. I mean, I would laugh it off. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, I really love that town.
I don't
was
really
just
know
saying
that
it for
town.
fun.
I don't know what that town's like.
Me either. That was my first time there. But
Really?
like the people were just real. I just feel like the people, I love going to towns and just
Yeah.
finding out that like, oh, these people in this part of the country are dope.
Normal.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about the Kardashians. That doesn't make news.
What is your favorite town to play?
You know what I really like? I love Ohio. I like a lot of Ohio. I love
Really?
Cincinnati. Like Go Bananas is like one of
Always
my
wanted to go there.
favorite clubs.
You haven't been there?
No. That's your old school, right?
That's a good. I mean, I never played it before.
No, but Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great club.
And Ohio in general, I think, is a great comedy
Really?
state. I don't know why. I like the people of Ohio.
That's cool.
If I had to pick a favorite.
DC Improv from me.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You know what I loved about
can't wait.
Have you done DC?
No.
You know what I love being in a city where if you're in a bar at 5 o'clock, people dump in for happy hour because like there's no such thing as happy hour in LA. You know what I mean? People like living real lives are like happy hour. Thank God the day's over. And I'm like,
I
oh
know.
man, normal people, you feel so good.
Normal people, right?
Hitting a real bar. How old are you?
37
What?
as of Sunday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Is it like a happy birthday mommy song or anything?
No, actually, we haven't
Get
done
away from your
that.
computer,
Tiny
you fuck.
Next stop, Brown Talk. Brown Talk coming up.
That's your birthday.
You've been warned.
That's the best I can
Happy
do for
birthday.
a birthday.
That's nice. I appreciate
You
that.
take
That was
good,
nice.
Any good shits lately?
I usually take pretty good ones.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow, tell us. What was your recent... Do you get road ass a lot? I get road ass.
Does traveling really fuck up your shit?
No. Let me tell you something. I'm never like...
Thanks, babe, for rephrasing
Why,
that. You like rephrased it in a more intelligent way. That was the best.
Why, you have tough time on the travel toilet?
By day 3, no matter where I am, it's just road ass. It's just fucking...
Because of food?
I find
Diarrhea.
travel day... If I have a 6 or 7
Oh,
a.m. flight,
forget it.
Oh my god, it takes at least 48 hours to get those shit straight.
Oh wow! See, I'm not. Me either. I don't.
I don't know why it is.
Because it's Tommy Bun.
He's so funny to me.
For me, like nothing. I either I don't keep track of it or I don't notice. But like I don't get jet lag. I never get. I'm usually in a good mood. As soon as I wake up, I'm just like in a good mood. I never really like, unless I'm completely depressed, but not really. Traveling, I'm just like, whatever, I'll figure it out, food or poop or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Even if I get diarrhea, I'm just like, just diarrhea, whatever.
Yeah. Do you have, like if you leave early though, does it not fuck up what you're doing, like bowel-wise?
No.
If you take it early
That's
flight?
what I'm saying. Like, I don't have
Really?
like a routine or anything like that.
No, but it doesn't
Oh my God.
It's so awful. This is you, right?
That was
is that
me.
you? Because I can
Oh,
hear
you
you
recorded
breathing. I can hear the way your breath was.
Yeah.
That's how I know that was you. Isn't that terrible?
I thought so. I'm like, is someone rubbing up against the microphone right now? What's happening?
You need to wipe down.
That's my dad.
No, it's not.
Jay.
Yeah.
Is it? That's awesome.
That is.
You know what I've been having as a fantasy lately?
What's
and I've been
that?
talking about on stage a little bit. I have this fantasy of pooping in my own hand.
Really?
I've never done it. But like sometimes I'm like, God, it must be
it.
pretty cool.
Do it.
Try
Do it.
it.
I know. I keep saying I'm going to try, but right now, I'll
The
figure it
smell
out.
stays on your hand
Yeah, a long time.
for a while.
Yeah.
Even if
it
you
doesn't wash
What
off.
if I use like a rubber glove?
You don't want to do it on a rubber glove.
No, I know. You want the whole thing.
You want the whole thing. But you got to use really hot water.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean,
to really get
and
that
like
smell
bleach
off.
because the smell will stay.
lemon
Intense.
juice.
It
Yeah.
will stay. Now, wait, but do you want to do like a hard dump or a runny dump in your hands? And
I-
how
no,
will
I
you
wanna-
cup
Like
it?
a log?
I don't want. Yeah, I want a log.
You don't want just all juice. Like
No, I
juice.
want what I mean. This is I can't believe I'm saying it. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what I would like is I'd like for it to be coming out and in my hand at the same time. You know what I mean? I want to.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Freshie,
I just like.
fresh
Does
roll.
Kate know about this?
Yeah, she knows about
What
it.
does she think?
She just thinks I'm crazy. You know what I mean? It's like I haven't done it. I've been.
yeah.
I think anyone who's ever had therapy knows that the thoughts that you have in your brain doesn't mean they have to relate to action. Okay,
Right.
and you can't hold yourself accountable for your thoughts. They just are what your brain is doing.
Yeah.
My therapist never says that to me.
It's because
Actually,
he's too busy trying to get in your pants.
She.
Ooh, hello.
Hello. We examine all my thoughts. Should probably go back to some kind of childhood thing with you. Poop it in your own hand.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell
Do
you
you have a
that?
man or a woman?
I don't have one now, but
Did you?
I've had woman, man, woman.
What's the difference?
The dude was like fresh, man. He was just dope. I remember one time I said to him, like, yeah, man, I go, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I've been taking like codeine to go to bed. He goes, hey, every now and then if you need some codeine to go to bed. I was like, yes, dude. He was cool.
Can I tell you, I have this irrational fantasy. Sometimes when you're driving and you're like, what would happen if I just ran into the center divider?
Mm-hmm.
I have an irrational thought where I cut my tongue with a razor blade. I just imagine what that's like a lot. I don't know why, but I have it. And I always wince and go, ugh.
Yeah, do you have any of those kind of thoughts?
I have one.
I do. I have tons.
Really? Oh, let's talk about
the one
these.
that really is hard for me is like when I'm in, especially like in a comedy club and it's downtime, like between shows, and I'm talking to essentially people I don't know that I've just met, like staff, comics from that town. I'll be holding a drink, and in my head I'm always like, throw this drink at their face right now. And I always picture like in my mind like what the scenario, like how it'll play out.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I'll throw this drink in his face right now. He's gonna be like, why'd you do that? And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like I always have this.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. And it happens like every week.
I don't have that, but I'm always playing. I think as comedians, we're always playing out what if, what would happen, because that's where our jokes come from. But I always process the thought and action of eating and end up chewing my fork and biting on the fork.
Oh, yeah.
And I try and get up like, what?
Ooh.
But, for a while, my thought was always, I have like a Ford Explorer, Mm-hmm. So my thing was I'd always be driving down the highway.
New one?
No, it's an older one.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I can beat up on it, load it up with stuff in the back.
Beds.
Yeah, exactly. Was driving like 80 and then just cutting the wheels fast as I could so that it would just go down the highway.
Oh, wow.
Always. And just like paranoid. Like I never liked driving people because I thought I was going to crash. I mean, this was up until like 2 years ago.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Always. Every time driving. And I would like have thoughts. I'm like, I can't even tell my wife I'm having a thought because I'm driving. You know what I mean?
You know what I would have? For a while, I would go through phases of extreme food poisoning paranoia. Where after I would eat, I would count down the hours after so that I knew I was okay. Yeah, so that got to the point where...
Wait, what?
This is when I was...
You guys live together?
No, I never told you about this weird food thing I developed. Is when I was in a bad relationship. I was winding down with the ex-boyfriend I lived with before Tom.
You still really love that guy, didn't you?
Well, stupid. And I developed this weird thing with food where I was convinced that every time I ate, I would get food poisoning. So I would like count the hours after, and I wouldn't get on the freeway. Like I'd eat a burrito at Yuka's, which I really loved, and I'd be like, oh, I can't get on the freeway because I might have to shit.
So you're deliberately going for foods that could give you food poisoning?
That could not give me. So like in my head, I had a whole system.
And Yuka was one of them.
Yuka's, that burrito place. No, that was a safe place for me. That was a safe place.
Okay.
I trusted that place.
That's good.
I haven't done that in like 10 years.
So that's like a really irrational.
Those are really, really irrational things.
Yeah.
You never got that? You never got weird on it?
No, well, I've been weird about. I've had weird thoughts, of course, but I've never had that one.
I've never had that one either. I mean, I've only had food poisoning once.
I've been scared before. There's times too where I've had so much seafood poisoning.
Oh Jesus!
That I've been before. I've been like ordered like fish, and then eaten it and been like, ah shit. Like
you knew,
gonna die.
And I was convinced, and then I felt like, holy, it's amazing that I just didn't get sick. Like but it was like irrational about how I reacted to it. Yeah,
you can do that. I mean, I think my wife does. I get vertigo a lot. Like I'll be when I'm at high heights, I'm always just fantasizing about just running and jumping off. I have to consciously tell myself back away and just stop.
Yeah.
Oh, from wanting to jump off the building?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I have that too.
I'm Carlos Castaneda or something. I'm just going to fly away.
Look at this Dennis Miller reference here. All right. I like that shit.
I always want to fight the compulsion to yell inappropriate things. Like when I had a day job and you'd be in the meetings or something, I'd be like, fuck your mother. She's a dumb cunt. Or I would want to scream something awful all the time. Like, you guys fucking suck. So I still fight that. Like sometimes when I just don't feel like performing, I wish I could go out there and be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Thank you. Good night. And then just leave.
Crying motherfucker.
Yeah.
When I was I think I started to develop my absolute love for inappropriate behavior was as a kid when I was in 4th grade in Catholic school, there was a kid with Tourette's.
Oh, you're so
in
lucky.
School with that. It wasn't in my class. He was in school, and we had mandatory church every week.
Oh, okay.
So you went to church on a school day, and in church, he would scream, "Cunt, fuck you,
Whoa.
motherfucker."
So great.
Yeah, in church during, and I would have like just tears.
I just picture fourth grade Tommy just sitting there like, oh my God.
I was
good.
loving it. And the funny thing to me was that so many of the kids, I guess because I had moved there, and so it was brand new to me. And a lot of the kids were like, "Oh, this fucking guy."
Yeah.
Like they didn't think it was funny, and I was like, "This is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life." So I love that shit, man.
There was this kid, Robbie. He used to pick his nose compulsively in my elementary school. Like first grade through fifth grade. This kid, Robbie, he would pick with his pinky, and he would thoroughly clean one nostril, thoroughly clean the other, and eat, thoroughly eat, thoroughly eat. I mean, it was
skilled.
It was compulsory, and I remember once I would laugh all the time because the teacher would always be like, "Robbie, get your fingers out of your nose," and he would lean back in his chair. And sure enough, that fucker would fall at least once a week.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, he would bang his head on the cabinet or whatever. And it was so much fun just waiting for Robbie to fall. Get yelled at for picking his nose. I loved it.
A physical reaction to. I guess I know a lot of kids did pick their nose and eat.
Oh,
as
I
young.
did. I ate it. It was
And
so good.
The idea, the thought, the sight, the imagining it, makes me feel
Of course. Well, now.
Sea queasy?
Oh.
I'm not a fan.
You never did that? You didn't?
No.
Did you pick?
First of all, everybody picks and still picks.
I
And if you
love
don't, you're a
it.
liar.
Yeah.
But I never ate. I never ate.
Never
I mean,
did.
of course, a couple times it's like I missed something happened. I'm like, oh, it's just I had nothing about it.
Did I ever tell you that when I was like 7 years old, we were in a minivan.
afraid.
We're in a minivan.
In a minivan
Yes.
of all places.
In the back, my cousin Brian and I are in the back of the minivan, and we're looking out the back. You know, you're a kid, you just like to play in the like anything in a car is like fun, right?
Yeah.
You just play in the back seat. We're at a red light, and we look out the back of the minivan, and we see that we were in the Cub Scouts or the Boy Scouts. I forget what it was. Is it the Cub Scouts?
You were
that
in
age?
Cub Scouts at that, or Weeblos maybe.
Eagle Scouts,
No, Cub
nerds.
Scouts. So we're waving. Behind us is the woman that is married to our Cub Scout leader. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's also the mother of our friend who's also in that Cub Scout group. So we start waving at her, right? But what we don't realize is that the back of the minivan has that mirror reflective glass. So she can't see us, but we see her. So we keep waving, and she's not. We're like, why isn't she waving?
Oh, yeah.
And then as we're looking at her at this red light, she's this big lady, and she's sitting there, and then she starts to pick her nose and eat it.
Oh,
and we're
grown
like,
up?
and we just slowly stop
he was
waving.
in there?
No.
Oh.
No. But we just
the
stop
worst.
waving like a sad, like,
Yeah.
and then we're just looking at her, and she's just digging in and eating it.
Oh, grown up.
Grown woman, yeah. Big lady, so we thought she was just hungry, but
I
she
stopped
was pretty grody.
because I used to pick and eat a lot, and then I stopped around like 6 or 7, even just because like I think my dad caught me doing it in the back seat of the car, and he was like, "Okay, come on, enough of this shit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I should stop eating my boogers." Can I tell? Oh, this is a really gross one. I'm not gonna say who this is in my life because this person's very close to me. But I had a friend in high school that had a booger collection. Next to the bed.
Come on.
I really am getting sick right now. I'm honestly.
I mean, I don't know why.
Oh my god, you guys are so disgusting.
Why
It was
is
a
certain things
collection.
so
It was
gross?
a booger collection. It was really funny though. I don't know why we didn't think it was gross. We just thought it was really funny. She had a full collection.
No, nothing cool about that. That's disgusting. It's a collect. I mean, it's no good. It's no good.
That's it. That's the grossness.
I don't know what else. Yeah, it's
That's the
disgusting.
grossest
What else
thing
can you
I've
collect that'd be more gross?
I've heard of worse.
You know,
I have worse.
I love about that is that Larson said that the way an old person would tell you about like how you're fucking up. Like if
Yeah.
you told an 80-year-old guy about a book, he goes, "That's no good. It's no good.
Nah,
That's not
no
good.
That's
no good."
I have one
Listen
that's
to me.
worse. Do you want to hear something worse?
Yeah.
When I studied abroad in England, there was this guy, and he would jerk off into tissues, obviously, and then just throw them on. Like his bed was against the wall, so there was just bed mashed in the wall, and he would like throw the jizz whatevers, the jizz tissues in between the wall and the bed. Well, England is very cold and damp and clammy, and after a year's worth of cum tissues, they pulled the bed away at the end of the year, and mushrooms had grown where the cum rags
and we
were.
ate those and we tripped.
It's true.
That's the song?
True story. No, I didn't see his cum, but I have a very reliable source.
There was a dude in my college freshman year. A lot of people dipped in North Carolina. You see Larry Allen at the Super Bowl Hall of Fame. They had the Hall of Famers before, and he had a huge dip in.
Yeah,
and he threw up a West Side. Fucking West
They're like,
Side.
pan camera, camera 2.
You see, the best thing of all, right, is that because they inducted Ogden, he got a crazy ovation, and then they went to a guy, like an old school guy, Dave Reed or something, right? And they're like, Dave Reed, and like nobody cheered, and the camera's on him, and he's right after Ogden. He goes, "Damn, that's bad after that, man." And then they just cut away from him.
Shut up. That's
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah. So what were we just talking about?
Dip. Dip. Yeah.
So this guy on our freshman hall took everybody dipped, and you
Did you dip?
I did.
You did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to dip.
Ew,
so-
really?
yeah.
Gosh, I can't see you doing that.
So people would dip, but you would spit into like a spit
I know
cup
this is going.
Yeah.
or a bottle.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one
yeah,
motherfucker took like a 2-liter, and he dipped in it all year.
Ew, dude.
And then here's what he did. Last day of school is a big deal.
I'm gonna
Obviously,
throw
we're in the
up.
freshman
I don't like
dorms.
it.
It's like a 5-story building, 5 or 6-story building. People are throwing shit off the balcony, breaking windows. You know, just being assholes. It's
Right.
a fucking male freshman dorm. This son of a bitch pours his 2-liter, but what he does is he walks down the hall and pours it as he walks down the hall into carpet.
Dude.
Dude, here's how bad it was. I'm down on the first floor level, and I shit you not, as I start walking up the stairs, I go, "What is that?" And I really thought it was an animal. I was like, I know that smell. That's a dead animal. That's what I thought. And you got up, and it got more and more gag, and then everyone was like, "No, fucking dickhead poured his 2-liter of spit and dip out in the hall." They had to cut out the carpet, replace
Cut
it.
out the carpet.
What a fucking loser.
What a fucking asshole. They should have charged him for that.
Well, you know, there was a lot of. There was this one kid. They gave us our mattresses on the freshman dorm were like just shit and jizz covered mattresses.
Of course, dude.
And there was this one guy that was basically like, what is the pig from the Peanuts? Like he's like got fleas.
Pigpen.
Pigpen. This guy was a human.
There's always one in the dorms.
Yeah,
there
I
always
know.
is.
So I'm telling you, you see these mattresses and you fucking gag.
Yeah.
He slept on the mattress with no sheets.
Of course.
And we were like, dude, this is the most disgusting
Of course.
thing in the world.
Yeah, no.
And, yeah.
There's always that guy.
We were a little more tame, I think. I'm gonna take a left turn here, and my buddy, I could go other places, but I'm gonna go here. When we were living in the dorm, my buddy, who I became good buddies with, Fran, he lived like, you know, you get paired up freshman year, you don't know who you're getting paired up with.
Yeah,
I went to
sucks.
school in New Hampshire, a small school, and his roommate was from Maine and was from like a real small town. Like he brought a desk radio. That's what he brought. You know what I mean? Like AM radio. And like, yeah, he had like he didn't have anything. My buddy had like a TV and all that. And so my boy Franny had CDs. We'd always go borrow stuff from him. And then basically some people were borrowing stuff, and his roommate Forrest, his name was Forrest, was letting people take stuff. And so then finally my buddy Fran was like, "Forrest, you can't let people take stuff. Like you can't be doing that." So I went up to borrow something. He's like, "Franny told me, you know, I can't let anyone borrow anything." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm boys with Franny. Like, we're boys." And he's like, "No, I can't." I'm like, "All right." So then I tell my roommate. My roommate goes, "Watch this." Puts a ski mask on, goes up to the room, and he's like, opens the door, and the guy's like, "Hey," and he's like, I'm here to take some of Franny's stuff." He's like, "No, you can't." He's like, "Shut the fuck up," and like took a bunch of stuff, pushed the kid in the corner, and the kid was so timid. He's like, "You can't take that stuff. It's Franny's." And he's like, "I don't give a fuck whose it is," and took all this shit. And then we told Franny, so then Franny went back and he's like, "Fran, someone came in, he had a ski mask on, he took all this stuff." Like, he thought it was a robbery, you know what I mean? From where he's coming from. And then I think we may have put shaving cream in his bed. Like, we got along with him.
We did freshman pranks like in the hallway. Other kids,
Yeah.
turn a kid's room upside down, emptied all. He'd fold all his clothes real neat.
Yeah,
and we threw it all around, and put like shaving cream in his drawers and everything. Shit like that. It was fun.
Dude, my friend Shauna, you know Shawnee and Bronwyn, they had a cat in the dorms.
In the dorms?
They just decided they wanted a cat.
What school was this?
This is the University of San Francisco, and we lived in
USF.
It was awesome.
Hippies.
And we lived in a Hayes Healy, the all-girl dorm freshman year. And Shauna and Rowan decided, they're like, we just want a cat. And they got a cat. And our RA lived right across the hall from them. So, like, we would hear it meowing and shit. And then she'd knock on the door and they'd, like, hide the cat under the bed. And it lasted all year. They made it all year. And then the cat jumped out of a window and died. But that was later.
Was it the last day of school?
No.
The cat was like, fuck this, I'm jumping out with everything else.
I can't do this any longer.
Its name was Crack. They named it Crack.
My RA's name was William Perry.
Nice, the fridge.
So his nickname was the fridge.
Of course.
And so he played. This is crazy. Okay, I mean, for a lot of people, this is. He played football at school, quit the football team, and became a cheerleader.
What?
Yeah. So we were like, "What, dude?"
This is Florida State?
No. This is a really small school in North Carolina called Lenore Ryan. But it's funny you say Florida State. So there's a lot of kids up there from Florida, especially on the football team. And everyone's telling kind of like their glory day, stories, like teams they played, people they played against, what their team did, shit like that. And you're just like, all right, yeah.
2 for 3 against Dartmouth. I went 3 for 3, 2 singles and a triple. Just saying.
You're all American. I get it, pal. So everyone's telling their shit. He gets this story about Florida State and how he was recruited there. And I was like, you were recruited by Florida State.
To cheerlead.
And he's like, yeah, man, I went up there. And he was telling the story. And then he goes, they had this player named Pooh Bear. That was his nickname, obviously. Pooh Bear.
I love that kind of nickname.
Williams.
That's
right?
an East Coast.
I almost don't remember it. Anyways, he's like telling this story, and it just, we're like, right. And he's like, I was out in the practice field one day, and then one day, man, Pooh Bear was like, he was doing these somersaults. Man, it was just crazy.
That was the story?
Yeah, and we were like,
nah,
man. They were like, oh, really? Pooh Bear was doing somersaults. He was acting a fool, man. Just doing crazy shit.
It's a good story.
Like almost like I saw a guy like 50 yards away clowning around, but you're acting like he was fucking around with you.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sad, man. Stop this sad
fun.
story.
It was a wild.
I got a double. This joins in 2 ways.
Okay.
One, the kid that lived next door to me my freshman year in college, he told me this story when he was in high school. He played high school basketball, tried out for the college team. He ended up like riding the bench his senior year, but he was in the state tournament and they were playing against this like city team, and they had this dude called Bunny Jefferson. Okay, and when he would do warm ups, he would wear pink bunny slippers to do warm ups.
No,
that's how he'd roll. And they were getting blown out. So my boy was in there because he could shoot threes. He was in there late in the game, and he put up a 3 and missed. And this team took the fast break. They took the fast break at him, and he's backpedaling, and it's a 3-on-1. And they dished to Bunny Jefferson, and he went up and threw it down, and the entire crowd from that high school just came pouring down and got my friend's face. They're like, oh! He said it was one of the scariest moments of his life. Just like trying to win, this kid just slams on him, and then everyone gets in his face. You got dunked on by Bunny Jefferson, son.
Getting dunked on is absolutely demoralizing.
I mean,
that absolutely takes all of your fucking bravado away. Is a man jumping over you, throwing the ball down, and especially if they're like, they make like a noise when they dunk. It's fucking the worst.
I'm all set.
The ball bounces off of your head, and you're like, ugh. Especially if it's like the beginning of a game, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be it for a while. It's gonna happen for a while.
Sports are terrible.
Yeah.
Did you play any?
I liked tennis a bit. Not really. Listen, I was goth in high school
so much.
Yeah, you were.
I smoked cigarettes. I hung out at the mall. Like, you know what I mean? I went to goth clubs. I was a totally different
like your style.
lane. I didn't fucking care.
What'd you do? Softball? You said?
Why is that? Is that not a cool sport?
called me a loser.
I played baseball, and soccer, and then I played college baseball.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Actually, that's what I was literally saying. My best game ever was freshman year. We're playing at Dartmouth. I was 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple. And Dartmouth's D1, and they had like a stud team. And then they brought me into pitch. I'm having like the best game ever. They bring me into pitch. I hit a guy. Then I, with 2 outs, hit a guy. Guy hits a pop up to right, and the pitcher who was in for me was down right. He drops it. I hit the next guy, and then their center fielder hits a home run off me off the hockey arena. Shit. Over the fence, off the top of the hockey arena. I'm a freshman. I was having the best game of my life. I'm so pissed. And then the shortstop comes out with a new ball to me, and he looks at me. He's like, "He hit the shit out of that." And I was so mad. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And then I hit one more dude. I hit 3 dudes in 1 inning.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You mean you hit them? I don't understand.
I threw the baseball. I was pitching.
Okay.
And I
hit
them.
their body.
Yeah. So they get to take first base.
Yeah, and they also think this is an aggressive fucking wild asshole on the mound who keeps hitting guy after
And I was just
guy.
trying to throw strikes, man.
Yeah,
I was just rattled.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You had the jitters, man.
What can you do?
What are you gonna do? You're freshman. Kid's a freshman.
lot
Give him a
of-
shot.
When we
He's 18.
remember we were watching the Super Bowl, and I didn't like that they were trying to distract the
oh my god,
players.
this is the funniest fucking thing. So we're watching the Super Bowl. She literally has,
I hate
she
football. I
has-
don't care at all.
She has no
idea.
Don't give a shit.
So I'm like, it's the Super Bowl, so she'll pay attention for it. So she's like in the kitchen.
I'm just
she
too
comes and
lazy
sits
to leave
down
the couch.
And I'm like, I go, oh yeah, they just scored, and like they're lining up for the extra point. As they line up, the shot is towards that goalpost.
Yeah,
and it shows the people in the stands going like this, and she goes, "Are they trying to distract him?" And I go, "Yeah," and she goes, "That's mean." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what they
not
do."
nice.
And she goes, "Well, that's not nice. They shouldn't be allowed to do that."
Have you ever seen someone shooting a free throw?
No, but I think it's really inappropriate. Like
Inappropriate.
when you're doing your job.
That's why I'm like,
Well, when we do our job, we don't get hecklers. You're not supposed to have hecklers. That's like a full heckle. That should be illegal to do to somebody who's trying to focus on scoring points and stuff. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Except that's why you're a tennis fan, because there's no heckling in tennis.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good because it's a gentleman's sport. I'm a gentleman. I like to play dignified fucking things.
do you like golf?
No, that's for lesbians. I don't.
Would you not play golf?
I try it. I don't find it exciting. What's exciting about
How do you
golf?
know you haven't played it? You can't make that assessment.
I watch it and it looks fucking intolerable. It looks like it takes forever. It's like a 5-hour commitment.
Do you like watching stand up on TV?
It depends. Occasionally.
Well, I think I proved a point. Well, I mean, no one likes watching stand up because is that what your point is?
Well,
No, she likes it like way less than I think.
stand up.
Yeah, like if I
like-
put on something, I'll be like, I want to watch.
If
this
it's our
guy's
friends,
special.
I'm like, I don't want to watch our friends. I fucking know these dudes.
I don't wanna watch our
Why do I
friend.
watch
Yeah.
fucking Jay Larson? I know Jay Larson because I feel like it's weird. Like,
Yeah.
or whoever's on that we know. Like, these are our friends. Like,
I was
know.
listening to stand up
Cares?
on the way over, and I was taking pictures.
It's
of
hard
it
in
on
the
XM.
car.
Maria Bamford, dude, on the way over, I was losing
Love
it.
Really?
Dude,
She's
what
so
the fuck
funny.
was she
She's
saying?
great.
She was saying some funny. I wish I could remember the bit, but it was Maz Jobrani. It went Maz Jobrani, Eric Andre, Maria Bamford, Richard Pryor. I was like, boom, that's
2 out of 3,
sweet.
not bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How dare you?
What's it called? I think she's got a new special. Well,
Yeah.
new as
Bamford?
in the last
Oh.
couple months.
And her
and
parents-
she filmed it at her parents' house.
Yeah.
No way.
Just
That's where
for
she
her
filmed
parents.
the special. No, there's
Right?
audience.
Oh, okay. I thought
There's
she-
audience,
her.
but her parents are in the audience,
So
and they
funny.
filmed it at their house.
So
wow.
funny.
That's. I mean, I couldn't do it, but that's fantastic.
It's
So
amazing.
funny.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
That's sick.
I love her.
Yeah.
she really is like a genius level.
Oh, for sure.
comedian.
And like kind.
Oh my
Very
god,
nice.
so
Just
kind. Yeah.
refreshing.
We had lunch. We had lunch in Australia.
Okay. Just showing off, I guess.
We did. What do you mean to tell you?
I put her in a
Whatever,
short film once,
Kids.
and she was the same exact way off stage as she was on stage, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, God, she's just
It's real.
something.
It's
she's
not
just
an act.
something." No, yeah, she's so good.
It's definitely not an act. I like when she does like when she makes fun of the girls that live in her hometown. She's like, "Oh my God, Maria, how are you? What are you doing right now?"
It's pretty good.
And she's like, just doing the thing. You know, when she does
Yeah.
her ways, like, what are you?
Comedy?
Target. Yeah, but she's like the Target checkout girl or something. That's the joke.
I love when she does.
Ladies, which
Yeah.
is her
Am I right,
female
ladies?
comedian
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
She's like, ladies.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I like when she goes, I like to call my mother and pretend I'm the baby Jesus. Have you heard those? And
Yeah.
she's like, hi, whatever her mother's name. It's the baby Jesus. And then she's like, oh, Maria, don't leave me those messages. It's creepy.
She's so fucking funny, man.
Trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay Lawson,
Yeah.
what else do you want to tell our people? I know you got to get out of here. What do you want to tell your fans that are here?
Well, our friends, check out the Crab Feast podcast. Always check that out. You can check me out on Twitter, J Larson Comedy, and jlarsоncomedy.com. I'm across the board, J Larson Comedy. Come to a show, and thanks for supporting the mommies. I'm glad to be here, you guys. This is fun.
Well, let me ask you one final question.
No.
Our listeners probably want to know.
Yeah,
What does your beard smell like right now?
it doesn't smell at all. But I want to get
Doubt
oil.
that,
Do you
Tommy.
oil your beard, Tommy?
No.
No, I want to get beard oil because the longer it gets itchy, you know?
I had to shampoo my beard twice today because it smelled so strong.
Like what? Why does your beard smell?
Whatever I eat, it smells
caught up in there?
Well, it smells like it, but it smells worse. So I had
Like
some,
cum?
I don't know about that.
Never come. It smells like cheese a lot because he eats a lot of pizza and like cheeses.
I don't eat a lot of pizza.
I'm just remembering the last time I really smelled your beard.
Yeah.
You had we'd eaten pizza that night. It was the old house, and you came to bed, and I was like, Jesus fuck, did you just eat pizza?
Remember the Italian that we got the other day?
Yeah.
So it was left over. I had
Italian
it.
sub?
See?
No, just like pasta
Italian
with
food.
chicken. And,
Yeah.
So I had it for lunch today, and then I went put my hand in my face, and I smelled my beard, and I was like, Jesus.
See?
that
The
smells
Italian food
strong.
sticks to you.
So I went and I scrubbed my beard, and then I went to lay down, and I was just like relaxing, and then I was like, wow, my beard really smells strong today. It smells like farts and garbage, you know?
And garbage.
Like you're a homeless person?
Yeah, it smells like a homeless person.
See, I don't. I never smelt. I don't really smell. I groom. You know, the one thing that I've always had a problem with. I never had like zits and stuff. Was
Yeah.
I sweat? I used to sweat always.
Are you sweating now?
Through the pits. I got good deodorant. I'm getting like under control, like more mentally. But
Okay.
like 5th grade, even I used to have to put like paper up
Pads?
there and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you use like a name brand deodorant, or do you use like some weird?
Mitch-
For a while, I went and I was going. Deodorant you put on at night.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because it was like prescription strength. Certain dry was what I was using.
And now?
But now I went to Qatar over on Christmas Eve to perform, and I had to pick up deodorant.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. On the Lord's birthday, you went to Qatar? Are you Jewish?
I flew home. No. I flew home on the 25th.
Okay.
And I showed up for Christmas, one of the great. You ever show up on Christmas? It's baller. You just show up, everyone's opening gifts. You're like, what up? New gift here. It's like when they're in Sleepless in Seattle.
But I interrupted you. I'm sorry. So you
got to get deodorant for Qatar, you said.
Yeah, so I ended up picking up Shore over there. and
Shore's good.
It works great. Yeah.
You got Shore?
I got Shore, man.
I got Shore over there.
Sure.
Qatar?
You know, like where the
In Qatar?
boat comes in.
It's not good. It's not a good thing. The
So
booger
bad.
collection's not a good thing, kid.
I bet they got really good deodorant over there in the Middle East because they're so stinky. Am I right?
I haven't had any butthole itch for a month.
You guys, I love how much you should see. I wish you guys could see Tom's face every time he clicks that thing. He's so excited to see how we're gonna react.
I know. He loves
It does make me happy. It makes me really happy.
Smiling. My homeless husband
I
smiles.
wish you came more often, man.
I will come anytime, man. I will come anytime.
How about outside of our work life? Why don't we do like a double
Yeah.
fucking?
I would love to. You know, Kate loves both you guys.
What the frock? Let's do
She
it.
loves both you guys. We'll have you guys over for dinner. You know what I mean? We got a nice little spot. We can come down here, maybe.
Ride
we'll do
bikes?
it. Yeah, ride bike. Well,
Pizza,
Tommy can
please?
jog.
Yeah, you need a bike.
I'll get a bike.
You know what you need to get? You know what you need to get?
Garbage bag.
You know what you need to get?
What?
Dog bowl.
You know what you need to get?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Jesus, where is it? Bikes. Play off bikes.
Full circle. Whole thing went full
There
circle
you
right
go.
then. All right. Larson, you're absolutely a doll.
Oh, thank you for coming over.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having
We
me.
missed you. I'm glad you're back in the mommy dome.
I'm back in the mommy's house.
Felt it.
Hey, don't forget to go to yourmomshousepodcast.com and also send us your emails as always. You know that your emails we read on the show sometimes. You can give us your would you rathers.
You can fart in a jar and send it to Jay Larson at the Crab Feast.
Okay, you can fart in a jar.
You can send the smell. Have you ever done that? If you fart into a film container and you seal it, those old film canisters, and it can send a smell. You can send a fart.
That's interesting.
You're welcome.
So that's Your Mom's Podcast at gmail.com.
I'm never opening anything from you.
Check out everything at yourmomshousepodcast.com and definitely keep ordering your Wipe Down collection, real Mommies Only shirts, and CDs, songs, all that good stuff. We love you.
Love you, mommies.
We'll see you next week.
I have a song for you I'd like to do that. I'd like to go to the bar.
Plug in my iPod and listen to him talk trash on that.
He's talking about your mom's house.
Podcast, stop that. Laughing ain't gonna happen. The fix for a piss poor day. This gay discourse of mixed sorts. Get the pitchforks and listen while you bell. Hey, you're in jail, laying with your Puerto Rican cellmate. Or when you tailgate, listen before the game starts. Play cards, listen while you're shoplifting at Kmart. Honest, I mean it, it's not a big secret. I'm often seated in the kitchen, listening to Tom and Christina at the end of a rough day. Get a mug to drink, get my nut shaved. If I'm lucky, get a dental update. Just great, like the devil loves flames, like the devil loves heavy metal women who love snakes. This is just a thing to help your nerves and calm down.
How you like me now, bitch?
Welcome to your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, something for them fiends, fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Got the kitchen, man. Got the kitchen, man. Got the fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, something for them fiends, fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Got the kitchen, man. Got the kitchen, man. Got the fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house. Your mom's house. Starring Christina Prashitsky and Tom Segura. With special appearance by Top Dog.
It actually happened in the Orlando airport once.
And Joe Double.
Is there anything worse on the planet than an inspiring white rapper?
Yeah. Your mom's house. Your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, fresh.